Guernsey and the Victims' Rights Unit Coordinator, Christy Conley. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
And I'll let you introduce your special guest. Who's this guy?
This is Colt. He is our canine advocate dog for the Victims' Rights Unit. He's new to our office he just started coming in August.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he looks pretty cuddly. Hi, Colt.
That's what the kids say that they come in, right? He's all fluffy, and so they love that he gets to snuggle with them. And he's really an asset. Jerry Drzik, obviously my predecessor, started having a dog in the office with Abe, and Abe really let kids feel more comfortable. And I could tell you endless stories of Abe and helping kiddos calm down. But really, when Jerry retired, Abe retired, and so we felt that loss in the office. And it took us a little bit of time to get Colt trained up, and Christy can talk to you a little bit about that process. But he's been now in the office for a couple months and goes to court with people and is just, as you can see, a pretty calming influence and a calming presence here. He can lounge around with the best of them, but he has a job to do and he knows what it is.
He just hangs at the office all day?
He does.
He goes to court with us as well. We can have him go to court with children under a certain age. There's courtroom accommodations that we're allowed to have him go with kids for. So he's with them during some of those cases. And if not, he's just hanging out in our office as a calming presence for victims that come in.
So I can imagine people that would encounter a dog in a courthouse, so they would be thinking, oh, there's a drug bomb sniffing dog.
He's far from that. He is far from that. He's more in your pocket, just coming and saying hello to you. Doesn't matter who you are.
Well, you brought some photos, I think, of the training for Colt. Now, this is before his hair grew out. Yep,
that's Jess. That is one of his trainers. We were so gracious to go through Divinity Canine. Jake and Jess did wonderful things with him. He would go and hang out with them for the whole day, and then I would pick him up. They have different options for training, but they've been nothing but a wonderful resource for us in our community.
Well, it seems like he's well trained if his job is just to, keep kids and people calm and relaxed in the process of dealing with your office.
He is.
I can't get him riled up.
It takes a lot.
Colt. Does he even know his name?
He does.
He's pretty calm, cool, collected. There he is.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Now, Colt, he's got a bow tie for St. Patrick's Day. I like
He's
that.
Festive, yes. When we first started this adventure of getting a advocate dog, and because Colt was Christy's personal dog, and so Christy said, look, I think he's got the mannerisms, but this training is not cheap to have him go through, and we were lucky to find, where we found, but also the Country Garden Vet Clinic over on Brooklyn Road has sponsored and really put forth financially a lot for Colt to go through that training, but also take care of him. They do his yearly updates and make sure he's up to date on his vaccinations and make sure, he's sound, and helped us figure out health insurance and pet insurance for him, so we don't put all of this money and training into him for him to hurt himself, and then have to retire. So it's been such a great community with Divinity Canine and the Country Garden Vet Clinic, and having Colt in our office. He's really quite sweet, and it's just has the demeanor to be just a relaxing presence for people.
How does he get trained? What do you train him to do? Because he's doing nothing.
So that's the key. He needs to know how to behave in a courtroom. Jake and Jess came into the courthouse and we went through and did scenarios, and my staff went up there and all of prosecutor staff went up there and just ran through scenarios of different things that might possibly happen in a courtroom setting, and we just worked with him staying still. I would like to think that he could stay still for about an hour. That's about the length of a child testifying at one of those hearings, so I like to think that he can do that. He goes up and just hangs out for pre-trials with me and hangs out under the pews and take him around and say hello. So he does a lot of just like greeting people in a calm demeanor.
Well, this is kind of like a courtroom setting here. There's the desk and the witness
chairs. Yeah.
Now, what happens at 5 o'clock? Where does Colt go?
He comes home with me.
Ah.
Yep, he's my personal dog. He is with me all the time. He is, for the most part, with me all the time. I like to give him one day off during the week, but the rest he's with me. It's been really fun to have him.
Does he have a different personality at home as opposed to on the job?
Oh yeah, he does. The moment that vest comes off, he knows he can be a dog.
Really?
So we put the vest on. He says he's at work. Sometimes we have a couple APAs in our office that like to get him a little riled up, but that's okay. But yep, the moment that vest comes off, he's a dog again. He's a pet.
So we know we have the Child Advocacy Center where kids can tell that story, the horrible crimes against children or families. So, but they still have to go to court?
They do. So, the Child Advocacy Center, which is great, it's a child-led interview. It's such a great asset to have right here in our community. But that's step one of a really long process. That pesky confrontation clause that exists in that wonderful Constitution that we have mandates that everybody who's going to make an allegation against somebody come into court, put your hand up and testify. And it doesn't matter, young, old, little, big, any of it. So as Christy said, statutes have evolved over the years, and it allows for anybody under the age of 18, any minors, to potentially have a dog accompany them. We have to file some proper motions. We have to have court's approval. We have to kind of show that there's a need to have that dog actually go right up on the witness stand with kids. But Christy then, as the handler, will kind of sit right next to the witness stand. Colt climbs in those witness stands with those kiddos. We were working on, because they're constantly doing training with them, right? With any kind of working dog, you're constantly training. And I know one of the ones we were working on recently was he would sit down, and I don't remember what the word was. Was it help? Help. And he would lay his head on your lap. Yeah. And so then it kind of like brought him even up to you, right? And so then if you were struggling, you could just say help to him and he would, pop up and lay down. But it's a work in progress. All of our, words with him, the biggest thing is having a dog that's not going to interrupt court. That's the biggest hurdle that we come with dogs, because they're dogs and they want to be dogs and they want to be, playful. And he's only 4, so he's still pretty playful when he's not wearing that vest. But
Christy, this could be a great tool for you. Dealing with victims, that's your job, to be able to have something calming as you make your a connection with victims. That's got to be great.
Yep, it is. Majority of the cases I handle are the sexual assault cases and homicide cases, so having him in the office is a huge asset to those victims, and just to have that calming sense. I don't know how many times I've had people say, wow, I just love having him here. Or, is Colt here? Is he going to be here when I testify? So it really is helpful to have him here.
Awesome.
And even for the adults, they can't go to court with him, but they can have him before and after court. They can have him when we're talking and kind of witness prepping with them before things. So even still, they might not get to have him in that witness stand, but they get his calming presence just by being in our office and being in the courthouse.
What kind of dog is Colt?
He's a golden doodle.
Oh.
Yep.
On purpose, you've chosen a dog that has this kind of appearance, the fluffiness.
Yep. So we've had him since he was a puppy. We knew the owners, and I had seen quite a few litters come out of their dogs. So I was tempted when they said this is our last time we're breeding. I was like, okay, here we are getting another dog. But he worked out perfect.
Hey, Colt. Do you like being on TV?
He's like, I'm pretty uneventful.
He is. He's like, I'm supposed to be calm.
Those puppy eyes, though. He's got that mastered.
You've got a couple other things coming up that we want to put on people's calendars. The Drug Summit, it's different now.
Yes, we're doing a little bit of rebranding with it, and so we're all about walking this path and walking the path with those that choose to celebrate recovery and sobriety out loud. And so this year we are doing just that. We are having a celebration. It's going to be April 22nd at the American One Event Center. It's going to be in the evening from 5 to 7. We're going to have kind of small plates, appetizers. We've got different businesses all over the county that are helping kind of put some food towards it. So many great people are already donating. I know that the American One, obviously, Event Center gives us the facility, but the YMCA is donating, Dawn Foods is donating, Jackson Community Foundation is donating. They're already throwing a lot of money towards. The Sheriff's Department is donating, and Lifeways, I think, are our big donations already. So we're going to have a great event. We're going to give out some awards for a Therapist of the Year and an Organization of the Year and a Peer Mentoring Coach of the Year, and some others. An educational person, so who's somebody in our education world that's kind of going above and beyond. So we're excited for it. It's going to be a night of celebration.
Awesome. And the next victims event is the candlelight service?
Yep. That is going to be held at the Church of God this year. Usually we've done it at Queens, but we're trying to navigate and bring it throughout the community in different neighborhoods and just bring it to everybody. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout this year. So
awesome. Well, we'll remind you when we get close to the dates for both of those events, how you can be part of them, and appreciate you guys coming in today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you, Colt. Colt, we're going to suggest you leave because we have a pet of the week that's a cat. Next, not
There we
in person.
go.
It's just a picture, but you might not want to be here
Oh,
when
hi,
we
Mom. I like you.
when we pop up a picture of a cat. Colt, thanks for coming in. Christy and Kelsey, thanks so much.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Colt from the Jackson County